Sitting around the ballroom, they're talking about tomorrow when they're taking Johnny away. Said he wasn't no good, never done the things that he should. That's all the judge had to say. He went in the army when he was 18. Crazy young Irish and mean. Took a kid who was half gone all the way to be wrong with bloodlust and them 16s.
All right, we're back.
Hey, what up?
Danny,
How we doing?
fresh as you can expect after a 3-day weekend.
Yeah. Only to just get a dagger in your fucking eyeballs after last night.
We'll get there.
Fucking hey, dude.
Yeah, dude, we can might as well just talk about it now. I was fucking amped for that game. It felt like they were gonna win.
Yeah.
Felt like we had all the momentum, and they just sucked. Derek White was the only person who played good.
I also gave credit to Time Lord. I think he played.
Oh yeah, Time Lord always plays good.
But he just didn't get enough.
He's not gonna.
He's not a difference
Derek
maker.
White is the cusp of like he could make a difference. He almost did a couple times.
Correct.
I mean, I don't know. Like, listen, first of all, I think, like, you could coach that team better than fucking Joe Mazzulla. Like, I'm not, and by the way, he's probably a great guy. I'm not saying anything against him.
Oh, dude,
I'm just saying the guy isn't an
There's
NBA
a lot
coach.
of bad coaches that are probably great people.
Yeah, 100%. There's a lot of people who are great, bad at their jobs, but they're probably great people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I texted you yesterday, and once I heard that pregame speech about, like, have fun.
It wasn't good.
What are we fucking doing
Have
here?
fun. Just have fun. Make sure you smile. It's all that's important. You know what's also important is winning the fucking game.
How did not anyone say, Coach, what the fuck did you just say? Let's start over, team.
Yeah. It's fucking ridiculous. And I listened to Bill Simmons' podcast this morning. He was at the game. He was saying that, like, during the TV timeouts, like, Al's basically in the coach's seat.
The fuck was that?
That's the fucking TV. Al Horford's basically in the coach's seat. And, like, them will come over, like, with the assistants. Like, I said this, I did a post on LinkedIn about this. Paul Pierce wasn't a fucking great leader. He was a great basketball player.
Mm-hmm.
He was kind of a malcontent. He was ready to get out of town. KG shows up. KG's a leader.
Took that role.
KG's a fucking leader.
Yep.
What Jason Tatum needs is he needs like a Jimmy Butler. He doesn't need a Jaylen Brown. Like,
Jaylen Brown's already checked out, too.
Jaylen Brown's like, here's the thing, and like I always been a Jaylen Brown guy. I have been since he was a Cal. Like I liked him a lot. I thought he could jump through the building. I thought he would be a better dribbler at this point than he is.
Dude.
It was brutal.
You
8
can't
turnovers.
single-handedly turn over more than an entire team.
So you're gonna be a max guy? For $50 million a year
Yeah.
for a guy who can't dribble on the court?
It's brutal.
And like, listen, I like him too. I'm not.
There was a meme today. Jaylen Brown signing a $275 million contract. When they handed him the pen, he dropped it. Rolled under the
Rolled
table.
off his leg. I think it was David Wade. Like it was a great line. Yeah, I mean, here's my problem with the whole thing too. Is like, and there's no solving this issue. It's like the cart's already left the barn, horse already left the barn, whatever. But they're making too much money, so it's like, look, I mean, it takes a very rare person to be a complete fucking Jimmy Butler killer, a complete like fucking just a Tiger Woods, a Michael Jordan.
Let's just say Tatum had one of the best games of his life, right?
Let's say at 42.
I don't think we're still winning, dude.
Probably not, dude.
I mean, obviously the numbers don't add up. Say he had 30, for argument's sake, because they lost
Sure.
by what, 26, 28 or whatever?
Yeah.
Dude, we were 0 for 12 before we got our first three?
Yeah.
That can't happen.
And that game was so winnable, like early. Like,
Dude, we started with the lead. It wasn't a very long time.
were they 9 for 42 from 3? So I mean, that's
Something gross.
shooting less than 24 or 23%. Like,
Look at you,
because Matt fucking. Oh man. I mean, I've been a Celtics guy since day one. I was kind of checked out on him earlier in the series. Then I was all the way back in. Went to my buddy's house on Saturday to watch the game. And first of all, we're at the game. There's 3 seconds left after Butler hits the 3 threes.
Yep.
3 free throws. For anybody who didn't watch the game, fast forward. These 2 guys that are there, that are friends of mine, like neighborhood guys. They're like, "Oh, this game's fucking over." I'm like, "Would you guys shut the fuck up? There's 3 seconds left on this clock."
Right.
Like, I watched enough basketball to know that anything can happen in 3 seconds. I mean, if you give me 1.8, you can get a shot. You can get a shot.
3 seconds happens all the time in March Madness.
Dude, it's a lot of time.
Every day.
Which we saw. Derek White made an unbelievable play. Yep. We won the game. I thought there was no way we were losing game 7, given that momentum. Don't give me this, like, I don't give a fuck about his ankle. Like, he rolled his ankle. I know he did. I can tell he's in pain.
Yep.
But what I'm saying is you got studs all over the place in that team, supposedly.
I wish Brogdon got to see the full, but he's like hit or miss, dude. It's just it's a shitty situation. I honestly feel bad for, and I do know one person. I do know people that have season tickets, but obviously they fucking sold and made a killing.
Yep.
But I know one person that spent the $730 something to sit up in the highest part of the building.
Yeah.
And I feel bad for him, dude. He's just your regular blue collar guy.
Yeah.
Who's like, fucking, I'm going to be there for history.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was historic, all right. The guy died on the way home by trying to kick a fucking train.
I know. That's fucking unbelievable.
That's history.
Yeah, for people who aren't from around here don't know, the guy missed his last Green Line train, tried to kick it, and fucking went under it and fucking died.
See you later. Smoke.
A lot of people died this weekend, by the way. We'll get to that part, too. Yeah, I just think, like, I don't know. Like I said, like, I mean, listen, I'm at the point now where I can just move on with my life. Like, I won't get so bummed out about it. You know what I mean? It would just give me something to watch. I actually think they were going to get waxed by Denver.
See, I don't watch enough of the rest of the NBA to know, but that's the general consensus.
Yeah, I think that's probably likely the case. Then again, who knows? Anything can happen in the finals.
Right. I'm just there for the story for Jokic's brothers.
Oh, dude, I love it.
100% mobbed up.
Oh, dude, monster individuals. Yeah. Just
and
large.
they just torture anyone that comes near them or anyone on the court really that looks their way.
Dude,
it's pretty funny.
That guy can pass. He can thread the needle through a fucking keyhole, and he's like 7 foot, whatever he is. Yep. Looks like a carnival fucking person.
So there is some good stories, right? Like the story about Jokic was that he was drafted during a Taco Bell commercial. Did you see that?
Yep.
That's incredible.
Yep.
Right? And this guy's a back-to-back, should have been a three-peat.
Yep.
But, Embiid fucking bitched and complained. And then on the other opposite side is you got this dude, Caleb Martin.
Yeah.
Undrafted.
Yep.
Kind of just fucking shot my opinion, dude, he probably should have got that fucking award.
I agree with you. And
don't get me wrong, Butler was fucking unreal, but dude, that would have been such a great story. Like, talk about like a feel-good fucking Disney special.
Yeah, it's like a Julian Edelman type of thing.
You know
Like fucking. Mean? Who was the kid? Who was the kid that was like the D2 kid we had for a while? He was a running back.
D2 running back?
Yeah. What was his name? Shit, it's gonna come to me.
Dion Lewis?
No, he's a white kid.
Fuck off.
Yeah. You know what I'm talking about. It'll come to you in a minute. Anyways.
He had the beak, dude. Burkhead. Rex Burkhead.
Not Rex Burkhead. The other kid we had that was like undrafted. You'll think about it. We'll figure it out.
Fucking hate.
Everybody's yelling through the fucking thing right now.
Like, you guys even watch sports?
Danny Woodhead.
Woodhead. Yeah, good call. Yeah. Good call. I'm like, the beak, Burkhead.
But dude, Martin and fucking Butler, Simmons was talking about today. It's true. They were better that series than Tatum and Brown. So you can't give both of those guys max money. You can't give two guys $50 million. They can stretch one more year, I guess, because of the extension.
But they asked Brown last night about like what's your thoughts in the city of Boston. He's done. He wants out.
My brother Bobby, who listens to this, he makes the best point about Jalen. He's always been a Jalen hater. I've been a Jalen guy.
Yep.
Jalen Brown's into like fashion, activism, all this stuff.
He's done with Boston.
I think he just wants to go to like California.
Yeah, he does.
Which is great. I mean, I want everybody to do whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
And if you don't want to be here, I don't want you here anyways. You know what I mean? Like, it's like you don't want somebody half-assing it.
Yeah, David Price, perfect example.
Exactly. There you go. Get me somebody like, I don't know, find the next Serbian weirdo like to get over here and like.
See, I'm gonna sound like I'm fucking like I'm hating on the Euro guys, but I do. Whenever they get drafted, and I've been proved wrong. Jokic is a perfect fucking example.
Yeah.
But every time they like show a highlight and like the fucking paint is different, I'm like, these guys are gonna fucking suck. And the year that LeBron and Melo were drafted in 2003, who's the guy that got drafted by the Nuggets before Melo? Complete fucking bust.
Well, a lot of them have been bust.
They've all been bust.
A lot of them have been bust.
Like, I can count like 5 to like 50 that have sucked.
And I know, and a lot of it's either like they're fucking filthy or they're bust.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's, well, even Giannis, dude, like That's why he fell so far, because all they had was video of him in like a Greek high school gym.
Yeah,
like they're like, who knows?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Turned out to be a
I
fucking
fell in love
stud.
with him though, just like off camera shit.
Oh, I love him.
He's so funny.
Yeah, I told that story on here before that he tried to have a fucking. When he was moving out of his condo, he tried to have a yard sale.
Yeah.
He's dead serious.
Yeah.
And they called him like, "What are you doing?
Yeah.
Like, you can't have a fucking
That was
yard sale."
because then I said the thing like he had the big vase of Oreos.
Yeah,
He's like
yeah.
stacking them up like he's a kid.
Yeah, I love
fucking
it.
child.
I love it. Yeah, but I still think it's like if I wake up tomorrow and I'm like, I have $50 million, I'm like, yeah, that sucked, but you know,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna go fucking.
He's
wherever I
already
want.
called his agent and he was like, all right, find me the fuck out of here. He can't deal with it.
Yeah.
Dude, this is a tough market to be in.
I agree.
If you can't hack it, you're not going to love this place. And on the opposite spectrum, I
There's
don't
a
know.
guy like Eddie House, by the way, is the epitome of a guy who can hack it. That's what those teams had. They had all those guys.
I
Yeah.
told you. Did I tell the story on here? When I saw Scales on the green line going to the game in a fucking
Love
in a
it.
suit.
Love it.
Me and my boy Verd.
Yeah.
We're like, that's Scales. He's like, what's up, guys? I'm like,
Yeah.
where you going? He goes, same place you are.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's fucking great,
That's-
dude.
that's-
Nobody wants to be on the green line.
No.
That's the worst train.
It is. Guy died there last night.
It's a fucking murderer.
Sure, yeah, exactly. Murder of dreams is the Green Line. For those that don't know, who I'm from around here, the Green Line is like a trolley train. It does go underground.
We could get to your homeboy from Indiana. What's his name?
Oh, Derek.
We could walk to Derek's house before the green line gets there.
You're gonna have Derek pick us up on his tractor and drive us there and back in the time it'll take you to get from Fenway to fucking like I don't know.
I think one of the first times, like, as like a teenager, I used the green line by myself.
Yeah.
Not by myself, but like with my friends. We went to a BC day game at Chestnut Hill for football.
So let me just set the stage for you. When you get on the Green Line, you have a choice of like 9 different lines that it
right,
splits into.
right. It fucks you
Very
all up.
confusing.
Yep. It's trigonometry. But BC is like the furthest away that like they take this train to. I get on it. It felt like 3 days.
Sure.
Because they stop all through Brookline. They stop. It's fucking terrible. It's not underground for the most part. Well, it is, but then it isn't. It just sucks.
It's in the middle of the street.
Yeah, it's like you can get there. You can get wherever you're going on rollerblades. If you're a paraplegic, you use your fucking arms and just Stephen Hawking can get somewhere
I
before
agree.
this fucking
I agree.
train. I hate
agree.
it. My God, that just went on a rant because we were talking about blue collar guys.
It sucks. The Green Line is the fucking worst. I've always
bad.
often said like it's in one of my versions of hell. Like
Yeah.
a repeated line. Like picture the movies like from like that are period pieces from like the 20s when people are on steam trains coming into places like, oh, like There Will Be Blood, right?
Yes.
The only difference is the steam train is way better than this fucking thing. It stinks like piss. There's no way to sit on the thing. You can never get a fucking seat on
Never.
it. Ever.
Never.
And you're just locked in its picture this. A regular subway in Boston, the Orange Line, for example, has like 10 cars, right? And they're all like fucking 60 feet long or something like that. This thing has 3 cars. It's 20 feet long, and there's nowhere to sit on it.
And every trolley needs WD-40.
Yeah,
It
like you
just
feel like
squeaks.
you feel like you're heading into like a death sentence.
It's not a good time.
No. Anyways, the trolley is like Jaylen Brown to me right now.
Yeah,
I'm done with it. I'm done with it. I'm just over it. You know what I mean?
Now that I'm looking in this background right here, is that where doesn't the green line go on that? Or is that the red? Oh, it's a red line.
That's the red line.
It is the red
Yeah,
line.
The red line goes up there by the museum.
Museum of Science.
We'll get the Boston backdrop in the.
But yeah, dude, I think he's fully fucking checked out. Jaylen Brown, obviously, out of the city of Boston. And I get it because he had the opportunity to be a number one somewhere, and he still will.
Yeah.
He still will be. The guy is very fucking talented. He just can't catch passes or dribble.
Yeah.
And Tatum is our guy, whether we like it or not. He's a
You have
overall,
to pick Tatum over Brown.
overall better player.
Yeah.
And then
Much better player,
And then you get this fucking third party in the mix, the fucking libertarian Marcus Smart, who
Yeah.
thinks he's a number one and just needs to fucking know
I
his
do.
role.
I agree, but I can't.
Every team needs a Marcus Smart. I
love
agree.
him.
I agree.
Yeah.
I am the biggest Marcus Smart defender
Yeah.
because
I mean, he dyes his hair green.
whatever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the guy wakes up every day and he's like, I'm the best player in the world.
Yeah.
As you should, but you're not.
Yeah.
You never will be.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
are a first round draft pick.
Yep.
You're gonna have a great fucking
He was like 15th or something like that.
no,
right?
I think he was like 7th.
Was he 7th? Yeah, maybe something like that. Oklahoma State.
Yeah,
right?
Oklahoma State. Yeah. But he was here. He was the man here for a few years when we didn't have a squad.
Yep.
And he thought that was man. Now you're a role player, and you're a very good role player.
Yep.
First point guard last year to get the defensive player of the year since Gary Payton.
Yep.
That's huge, dude. You have a role.
Yeah.
You're just not the guy.
No. Never going
You'll
to
look
be.
around. You'll see 36 jerseys. Of course.
Yeah.
People love you.
Yeah.
Just know your role, dude.
Exactly.
There's nothing wrong with being an intercontinental champion.
Yeah, like I have we've talked about this before, but I have the rule in my own life that like I can't wear a jersey for somebody that's younger than me. I just don't believe that's so. I think that's weird. So like I'll wear like a Bird jersey because he's older than me. But like if I was gonna be forced, if you're like you got to wear one jersey from this team, it would probably be Marcus.
Marcus Smart. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah, he's gritty. Anyways, they're done, so we don't have to worry about them anymore.
Yep.
Until next year.
$700 cheapest ticket though. That's mind-boggling.
It doesn't surprise me, dude. Like I think
No,
I paid
of course.
$500 to go to the finals, and that was in
Did you how
2008.
much? Did you how much like the first two rows were?
Oh, $30,000.
$28,000.
Yeah, I bet. Yeah, of course.
$28,000.
Yeah.
And you look there and it's kids.
Yeah. It was funny. I was listening, like I said, to Buggy was in here last night. He's friends with Simmons, texting him. He was at the game. He was at the game with his dad. His dad's had season tickets of 74.
Love that.
Like, and he's like, I think they're like Loge, like probably like 15 rows or something. I think, based on the pictures I've seen him take before. But his dad did the podcast with him afterwards. It was really good. If you listen to his dad, it's only like an hour. They talk about, they basically just talk as fans like an hour. But the guy's like been seeing games there since fucking like before I was born. You know what I mean? I think he said he's been to 20 game sevens. I'm like, that's insane. You know what I mean?
And we're talking good games.
We're talking about real deal,
Yeah.
like everyone you can imagine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? His father's take was that Jalen will be gone. I think you got to get rid of Missoula too. I just think you do. You got to do something.
I mean, it'd be a hard sell. Like, if I'm Missoula's people, I'd be like, how can you fire this guy? He took the team over from when Udoka when he fucked up. But he just doesn't have the fucking it factor.
Yeah,
dude.
Udoka just
Bring
thought
Doc
was-
back.
Udoka thought with his Udoka, and that's the problem.
Right.
That's what he got himself
Right.
into fucking trouble.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
He's fucking deep dicking broads, fucking all over the office, for Christ's sakes.
He's got Neil Long at home.
Yeah,
Christ.
blows my mind. Are they still together?
No, God, no.
Oh, okay, good, smart.
God, no.
With mad respect for Leon. First of all, I wanted to say this because I didn't do a post yesterday, and I've been to Memorial Day weekend. Anybody out there listens to this that has been in the service, right?
Yep.
I got the utmost respect for you. I fucking have so much respect for people who served in the armed forces. My brother-in-law did, Judgy. I just think it's like a big, like, I know not everybody feels like, or even people who have served are like, oh, well, you know, whatever. But it's a fucking big deal. And we thank you for that because for all the fucking frauds out there, and you are a fucking fraud if you're like, if you fucking hate cops and you hate people and you think, oh, the government's just using you, like, you know what? You have a fucking dump in your pants and you're a fucking loser. And the reason you're allowed to put your fucking arm into a bucket of concrete on fucking Star Drive and ruin everybody's fucking day is because of the people who fought for this fucking country.
right.
All right? So, by the way, you should work on Memorial Day, you fucking frauds.
Did you just do a Peter McNeely? You got a big dump in your pants?
Yeah.
Line? Okay.
Yes, of
Just
course.
I'm sitting
Yeah.
there. I'm like, it's from somewhere.
Yeah. My buddy Kevin Mott likes to use it often. So
it's a good one.
So, anyways, and I gotta say this too. We talk about frauds, good guys. I was thinking about this. If you really want to get my favorite holidays, really, if I'm really thinking hard about it, and I always say like I like Christmas, Halloween,
Anything to involve a cookout.
same thing to do with America in the summer.
Yeah.
Like, first of all, here's the awesome things about Memorial Day, Labor Day, and
4th of July.
And the 4th of July. You're not expected to give anybody anything.
Ooh.
You're not expected to fucking dress up unless you want to, right? There's no like hard rules about that.
Yep.
Everybody gets a day off, right? And the main event is a party. Like, it's not like Easter. You're like, oh, it's Sunday, so I probably shouldn't. It's like, it's fucking 4th of July weekend. We're getting fucking fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's barbecues, bomb pops, and fucking shots of like root beer McGillicuddies, basically. You know what I mean? That's fucking what Memorial Day is all about. I drank for 4 days straight, plus Celtics playoffs.
That's awesome.
Just didn't stop. And then I opened the bar last night just to the guys who were at that party because I'm like, hey, it's going to be bad luck if I don't invite these guys over.
Right.
Half of them came. It's probably their fault that we lost, but that's neither here nor there. But like, and I was like, dude, I was dying. I'm like, I went to Maggie. And I'm like, I'm about to be like, hey, Tommy wants to watch the game with me. Completely fib.
Yeah.
So but I'm like, you know what? I gotta fucking do it. I had like 5 beers. Immediately felt better, but like I was on one all weekend. You know what I mean? Just hot dogs, hamburgers, fucking. My buddy Panuzzo, my health coach, he like checks my fucking my fitness pal shit. Last week he's like, dude, you're fucking good. Your calories are pretty low. I'm like, dude, I'm saving up for this weekend. Fucking, I got a bank stored up, and I'm taking fucking withdrawals all weekend from the ATM.
That's great.
But I love fucking American theme, dude. Red, white, and blue fucking cakes. You know what I mean?
It's the best.
Just people being proud of where they're from.
It's the best. I actually have
Except
a
for communists.
Not even 15 minutes before I walked into your bar, I'm like, where the fuck are my Air Max 97s? I have red, white, and blue Air Max 97s.
Yep.
I don't know what the fuck happened. They're destroyed. Dude,
From this weekend?
No. I don't wear, when I want,
Yeah. You keep your sneakers nice.
dude, someone spilled some shit on my shit. And
Really?
then just hit them back there. Bullshit.
Oh, man.
So I'm like, whoa, what the fuck is this?
Like root beer or something?
No, it's like the
Like
color.
maple syrup?
No, it's like the color of your hat blue.
Yeah.
And it's like on the inside soles. So like it looks like it's the best way to describe it is
A
like
spilled bomb pop that just melted.
a fucking, but it's like tacky though. It looks like it's an epoxy to be honest, but it's like thick. It's just fucking strange. They're destroyed. So now I gotta go
Those
buy
can't
another
be
pair.
cheap sneakers.
They're not. But they're not like the most expensive, but they're $180 at least. You know.
Yeah, that's expensive sneakers to me.
Yeah, they're not. They're not the Dad 11s.
They're not the Brendan Ahern Converse fucking specials.
But
That's
they're a badass sneaker too.
So now that we are talking about the Memorial Day weekend, we got to talk about this Revere Beach shit.
Real quick.
Yep.
Because before we get into this nonsense.
Sure.
Yesterday, obviously being Memorial Day, I had a lot of shit to do in my house that didn't happen over the weekend.
Me too.
So I did like
All the new fucking work on Memorial Day weekend.
right. But I had like a lot of like all the kids were out, and it was literally just me and the wife, and we were like, all right, we got to figure this shit out.
Yeah, cleaning out shit. Yeah, I'm in the
everything,
same
dude.
boat.
It was an all day affair. So I didn't get to go to like they do like a Memorial Day thing at the cemetery and
Yep.
whatnot. I usually go pay my respects, and there was a big one this year because they were unveiling a new statue, and no one knew what the fuck it was. So they revealed it, and they got two new like military people's bronze statues, and there's a rock with the plaque on it, and it's dedicated to a kid that I grew up with that died overseas.
That's the one over in.
Forrestal.
Yeah. Yep.
As soon as you drive in, it's
Yeah.
right there.
Yeah. It's a huge. There's like how many guys are there?
There's
now?
like 5 now.
Yeah.
There was 2. I think there's
Can I
5.
tell you a pretty funny story about that? That I don't
Please.
think I told you. It's an amazing monument.
Oh yeah.
The first time I ever saw it was at night. and
Oh,
was
you thought
half
it was-
shipping- Yeah, I thought it was like SWAT guys in there. I thought it was a fucking SEAL team. I'm like, what is going on in there? There's fucking guys there with guns and lights, and they got a flashlight on somebody.
If you're even remotely bombed and you're walking by there, you're like, oh, where the fuck are they going?
You're like, dude, you
because it's
think-
right there at the gate.
It's right there at the gate,
Yeah.
and they're full-bodied sized
Yeah.
individuals.
All you see is an AR-15.
and they're fucking strapped. Anyways, go ahead.
So they got this plaque, and they show where Eddie was from. So Eddie Garvin was a kid I grew up with, and we went to kindergarten through 8th grade together, and then he went to the Vogue, and I didn't see him since then. But I grew up with his entire family. He was from the projects, great people. Never in a million years did I expect him to go into the Marines. Just wasn't that kid.
Yep.
And he did. College wasn't his thing. And then when we got that call, dude, it was like fucking surreal to me because it was like right after 9/11. Well,
Yep.
not right after, like right after we graduated high school. So it was like 2006.
Yep.
Maybe 2007. It says on the thing, but I'm going to fuck it up. But basically, he was in there to do what fucking Marines do.
Yep.
And him and a kid ended up dying. Kid from Houston. I forget his name. I wish I knew it because I would say it. But what they do say at the end of it was the rest of his team made sure that they went back there and finished the job that they started. And I fucking got chills.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I thought that was cool, man. If I had known that they were doing something for Eddie there, I would have absolutely been there, dude.
Yep.
I mean, we played marbles together, fucking relieve you, all that shit.
Yep.
Like, just grew up together. Never thought he would be a Marine.
Yep.
But he fucking did, and he died for our fucking country, and I love him and his family forever.
Yep.
So please, now that I said that and said my piece on the Garvin family,
We talk about some garbage people.
Revere Beach, bro.
Okay. So if you're from, I would advise if you're from other parts of the country, which I know that we have a good,
Google it.
just Google Revere Beach Memorial Day weekend. One of the most sickening videos, dude. I've seen a lot of fucked up videos on the internet. Like
Did you see the recent one that came out today?
the one where they just body bagging that dude behind the chain, behind the fence.
No. The guy with the gun.
No.
Oh, I got that on my phone.
Okay.
It's on the internet.
Yeah.
But Yeah.
They're body bagging this. They got. I don't know if it's a guy or girl. You can't tell.
Yep.
They're up behind that fence on the upper of the causeway.
Yep, the patio,
Yeah, and just 9 people burying. I don't know how this person lived. Just fucking headshots, kicking, all that shit. Some fucking piece of trash girl hops the thing.
Starts dancing.
She's dancing, and then she's videotaping it, like live streaming it.
Yep.
Like, where are we at as a fucking society? Like,
Dude.
first of all, these people, like, so they just descend on Revere Beach every Memorial Day, right? And they go fucking, and it's just it's like the Purge, like you
Right.
said. It's not normal people. It's mayhem.
Dude, it is. I can't. And it didn't click on because it happened Sunday night, right?
Yes.
So Sunday night, we had left my mother-in-law's. We went home and I was starving. Like we ate during the day, but I was starving. I was like, I really want fucking Bianchi's pizza right now.
Yeah.
Dude, I was this close to going.
Yeah.
Glad, obviously, for obvious reasons, I'm glad
Yeah.
I didn't. But the reason I didn't go, I was like, that traffic near Blanchard's Lickets,
Yeah.
not doing it.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason that I stopped even thinking about going.
Yep.
It was a war zone.
Yeah.
Cars on fire.
Yep.
3 people got shot. 1 person got killed. People getting jumped left and right. By the way, the person that got killed was a male. The 2 other people were females.
Yeah.
It was mayhem.
Yeah. Got shot in the leg.
No one knows exactly how it started, what started. It doesn't matter. It was chaos.
Yeah.
And like the video that I'll show you after this, whatever, dude, people are like, that's Chicago. That's Baltimore. That's Atlanta.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, that's Centennial Drive, Revere Beach, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing is,
Fucking
like,
crazy.
like, there's a lot of nice, like, condos and shit there now, and, like, nice restaurants. There's a
Yep.
couple nice restaurants there, and Bianchi's is there. It's like, I mean, whatever. It just is what it is. I mean, like, I'm not going to solve the fucking Revere Beach Memorial Day problem here on this podcast.
No.
But it's just disgusting to see that shit happen. Like, on a weekend that's supposed to be about, you know, not to be too corny about it, but, like, supposed to be about celebrating what's great about this country, the people who sacrificed for it. And then it's like, hey, let's go down there and let's fucking just start shooting guns off.
First 80
killing
degree
people.
first 80 degree day, dude.
Yeah, it's fucking insane.
It was it's heartbreaking, dude. It's like when I went down there as like a teenager or whatever.
Yeah.
First got my license, drove down there. Dude, you'd see fights all day long. All day
Yeah,
long.
fist fights.
Fist fights.
Yeah.
Maybe an occasional stabbing. The past 2 years, I'm serious. Like,
Yeah.
dude, like, don't get me wrong. It was never fucking.
No,
You
no.
know, you're not driving through Newton, dude.
No,
You know what I
no.
mean? Revere's a melting pot.
Yeah.
Shirley Ave is not the best fucking street to go down.
No.
Let's call it what it is.
Yeah.
But if you know that and you're just there hanging out with your people, then you're fine. But when you're traveling in groups of fucking 30, 40 people,
50 people, mob mentality.
I feel like you're just looking for an issue.
100%. And especially when you're talking about a lot of people from different.
It's just, and I feel like Revere's getting a bad rap, but it's just like Revere Carnival back in the day.
Yeah, or the Brockton Fair.
Or fucking Revere Cinemas, dude. Every Friday night, it's just a city that has.
It's got 6 cities around it,
Yeah,
basically.
it does.
And now you get 30 kind of hard-nosed people together.
Right.
Now there's 4 different groups of them, and they're just looking for something to do.
Just because you looked at them wrong.
Exactly.
You might
Yeah.
have seen something on Instagram that they did. It's just,
Yeah.
it's a scary world to raise kids in.
It
I'll
is.
tell you that.
Yeah.
And I'm doing my absolute best to like make sure my kids know. Listen, I'm not a helicopter dad. I'm
Yeah.
gonna let you live, but I'm gonna fucking. There's a GPS on phones for a reason.
Well, yeah, I mean, dude, like, yeah, you're not, like, I hadn't been down there in years, like, at Revere Beach, and Tess went down there with, like, her friends from Walton Catholic, and they went out for, like, pizza and stuff.
yeah.
Wasn't, like, big deal, but she's like, she got the couch, she's like, it's fucking shady down here.
Oh, it's
And,
definitely
like,
shady.
I started looking around, I'm like, yeah, this looks a lot different than, like, you know, like, it did, you know what I mean? Or even during the day. Once it gets, like, dusk,
Yeah.
it's like it starts getting a little fucking dicey.
And you think about that, right? So like even back when I was 21, because this is the story I can use. When the original Bianchi's was there, it was
Yeah.
right next to Boulevard. And you used to be able to go to Bianchi's, grab your pizza, and then go into Boulevard and have a pitcher of beer and the pizza.
Yep.
So I thought that was fucking great. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? These people are like, we're both making money. Let's
Sure.
do it. you
Yeah.
know? And we went back, I don't know, 10 years later, that the Boulevard place is gone. There was
Yeah.
another place there, but it was the same concept. So I grabbed the pizza, tried to bring it in. They're like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And I was like, same thing I've been doing for the last 10 years. And they're like, no, we have our own food. And I'm like, well, this sucks.
Yeah.
You guys made a deal with the devil because no one wants your food. They want Bianchi's Pizza, you know?
Bianchi's Pizza is fucking great.
So good. So good. By the way, and everyone was like, when they moved to Renzo's, it stunk. It's the same fucking grill. I mean, it's the same oven. Don't tell me it stunk. It's fucking still great. There's the same miserable fuck behind there with the bandana. It's great pizza, dude. I'm sorry.
Speaking of that, a couple sponsors real quick.
Please.
Our friends of ours were at Boston Calling this weekend, right?
Oh, yeah.
My buddy Paul Gentile in full effect. This is great. Sends me pictures immediately. Him in front of the Lily Peas. Tagged us in it with Chris Parsons. So they were shut down this weekend because they were serving the public at Boston Calling. Hustling chicken sandwiches out of there.
Killing it.
The best chicken sandwiches in the country, in my
Clearly, they could have went to anyone else.
They could have gone to anyone else.
Yeah.
I mean, the Foo Fighters are fucking eating, from what I'm told, all right, Dave Grohl fucking got a Lily Peas tattoo on his fucking shoulder afterwards. So, best chicken in the business.
You know what he said? I got another confession.
That's why I tagged Gentile in the picture of him wearing the Pull in the Cork shirt. My Hero song by fucking Foo
That's
Fighters.
fucking great.
50 Binney Street, free parking when you eat there, dine in, eat, drink. I haven't been in far too long. We've been recording the show on Tuesdays a lot because of just the way the weeks have been falling, but I usually go on Tuesdays to play some bluegrass music. I suggest you go there and you eat shishito peppers. You have the oysters, roasted oysters with a garlic butter sauce. Get yourself some of the nicest beer that they have in America. They have a great tap list. They have the friendliest staff. The space is beautiful. Hub Hall, you're not going to be going there much because you're not going to see the Celtics. So, But if you're on your way home from work, you take the train. You can get yourself a chicken sandwich to go there. They have the best stuff. LilyPeasChicken.com. They're our fucking people. Bella's Roast Beef.
Yep.
1211 Osgood Street.
You know it.
Our guy Harry and his wife Sandra, the best in the business. The best.
We got to have a drink at Harry soon. Dude.
Harry's the king of drinks.
He gets me so thirsty.
Dude, he asked me to join that like North Shore drinks. And I'm like, Harry, I think you're the only person who posts in North Shore drinks. Yeah, he's my guy. And he loves, you know what I love about Harry? He loves going out to eat. I fucking love going out to eat.
Yeah, it's the best.
So let's go out to eat and sit at the bar. That's my favorite shit to do
Same.
ever. We got to meet up soon.
Same.
I'm overdue to go to Bella's. We've said it a million times. I mean, they just are, they throw fucking high 90s and low hundreds consistently. There's no fucking Tommy John surgery happening anytime soon.
Right.
These guys are the fucking best. 1211 Osgood Street, bellasna.com. That's Bella's North Andover. You can get the brioche. You can get whatever you want there. Everything they have, like I said, I had the steak and blue cheese salad. Fucking blew my dick off. You know what I did? When I went with Hammers that time, you know what Hammers does is a fucking pro move. He gets a beef, right? But then he orders dinner to go. And he got like fettuccine Alfredo and chicken. He's like, oh, I always get dinner to go. And I'm like, that's fucking brilliant. Because the thing is, after you eat, you're not hungry because their food's so good. Right. So they give you so much food. But, that's why you got to order it when you order your food. Because you will be hungry later. Yep. And then you'll be like, fuck, I wish I got something to go.
Genius.
Hey, Jam?
Yes, I wasn't prepared for it.
Oh, okay.
We can wait on it because I'll bring it up.
All right, we'll go back then. By the way, my basement's done, pretty much.
Let's go.
This is the question. I'm going to ask you this on the podcast so that you can't say no. Would you be able to hook up my washer?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Maybe tomorrow after we play golf or sometime this week.
Yep.
Washing
so
machine.
You can't say no.
Yeah, exactly. See, smart. Cool. So yeah, my basement's done. I might have slept down there once already because I was cocked and I was like, I'm gonna snore. So I'm fucking rather not drive Maggie nuts. But now I'm like, dude, you know what sucks is that's where we stored a lot of shit.
Yep.
And now there's no storage down there. So it's I said to Maggie today, she's like, what's wrong with you? I've been in a bad mood the last 2 days. I'm like, listen, she's not a great organizational person, neither am I. They're always you get one person who balances out the relationship. We're the same type of person. We like to go to 621, eat pizzas, watch TV.
Play a little Keno.
Play a little Keno, which is great. I don't want some broad who's up my ass about finances and shit. You know what I mean? I'm very happy with that. She's actually really good at organizing shit. It's just I'm not it's a bad combination. So, but I'm we have too many kids. You have the same problem. Too many kids, small house. Like you were saying, the whole weekend you had to try to get your house organized, right? I said to her, I'm we gotta get rid of half the shit in this house, because now we don't have the places to store in the basement. And I'm the kids have so many fucking clothes, and you know what it involves? It involves you taking 2 days out of your life,
absolutely,
to fucking do it. You know what I mean? And it's I just don't want to fucking do it.
I'm I'm like on the cusp of like getting a storage unit, small one.
I did it. So I did it in the past.
Is it crazy? You have to pay for it for the year?
No, but it's in like they do like a cable trick to you. Like you go there,
Cocksuckers.
Yeah, you go there and you sign up, and it was like $130 or something, like $100 a month or something. And I'm like, fuck it, I don't care. I want the shit out of my house,
Yeah.
right? I was like, best thing I ever did. And then like as the months go by, eventually like you're paying $1.85, you know, whatever. So finally, I'm like, oh, I have all the space in my office, and I wasn't using this. So now my office looks like literally, like I said, it looks like fucking like what was the movie where he wins like a fucking prize package? Like it looks like that. And I just got like fucking boxes all over the place.
Shit everywhere.
And it doesn't do good for my mental health. I don't do well in spaces that are a mess. So I haven't even been going to my office. I've been working from here. But, which is bad because I have a kegerator in here. But, yeah, so, dude, I'm just in this, like, stress mode about, like, fucking getting, like, this shit organized. But then, like, this weekend, I'm going to an all-day cornhole tournament up in fucking Maine for a day. Staying over on Old Orchard Beach.
Bingo.
I'm going to get fucking wrecked. I get a hotel room with McCracken.
Friday night?
Saturday. Like,
You going
all
up
day.
Saturday?
Yeah. But anyways, I'm like, all right, listen. I'm like, we can't do this in a day. It's just not gonna happen. But we can do it in a month. I'm like, we get the month of June, then we're going away for half of the month of July.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want this fucking shit done by July 1st. Like, that's all I care about. Because that de-stresses me. Because then I'm like, all right, I got a timeline that I can follow here. You know what I mean? Rather than being like, I gotta fucking. I'm just so sick of doing it, dude. Like, I cleared the whole basement out to get the basement done.
Yep.
That was a fucking week long of, like, every day after work, 2 trips up to the office, filling my truck, right? Taking it all up. It actually helped me get in shape, but it sucks. It sucks to do that all the time. It's
sure.
like, you know what I want to do? Play guitar. Fucking drink beers. Talk shit to you. Those are the things I like to do.
Absolutely.
Play golf. We're playing golf tomorrow.
We are playing golf tomorrow.
Fact.
Can't
wait.
wait.
For that. Yeah, so let's talk about that real quick.
Sure.
We're playing Sagamore
Yep.
in Linfield.
Yep.
What time we teed off? 9:12?
9:21.
9:21.
Yep.
I had it backwards. I can't fucking wait.
I got it. So,
And I don't take, like, I take a lot of half Fridays to play.
Yep.
I usually take a full Wednesday.
Yep.
But, like, I was out to dinner with Mags, and she's like, you haven't taken a day. I've taken a couple days off for, like I said, half days and shit.
she's the one that told you to do this. I love this.
She's like, dude, you didn't, I was supposed to go to Vegas. I didn't do that.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I'm going up to Maine this weekend, staying over.
Yeah.
Because I said the other day, I'm like, I'm fucking like, you know when you've just been working all day?
Sure.
Fucking every day, 5 days a week. And I've been doing it since like January. I did take a couple days off of the tournament, right? But like, they were like, I wasn't away. I was here. You know,
Right.
and I was still doing the work I have to do. Like, if I had to call somebody, I was still calling. I was on the phone.
Right.
Yeah,
so you told me to piss off last week when I saw you.
I was fucking smoked. And you know what? This week I'm like, fuck it, I'm doing it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah, I was on the phone. I was walking the dog.
Fucking hilarious.
Yeah.
Hey, just to give you guys a fucking visual, right? I'm 100 yards away from Mount Hood.
Yep.
Right? And I see this guy. I'm like, that guy's fucking walking a dog rather close. And I'm like, I know him. I pull over to talk to my co-host, right? And he's just like, and he fucking gives me the third baseman hand signals, like, fuck off, I'm on the phone. Didn't get one word with him.
Which, by the way, if like I'm on the phone with that was a client.
Obviously,
It's
I knew
like,
that.
and I don't even know how to mute my fucking.
Would have been
headphones.
great if you paused,
fuck
you're like,
off.
hey, I got Al Delano, fuck you.
Yeah. Talking to Jump Down right now. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, by the way, I asked the Patreon group, which I'll give you my login so you can log into it.
Okay.
But I asked them like what they want more of on the show. That's what by the way, Patreon new member, my boy Nazi Nicolopoulos. You know what his family owns? Maria's in Malden.
Oh, Chris is his cousin. That's the same last name.
100%. Yeah. Great cornhole player.
Who was just there? Someone
Great
was just-
fucking guy.
Someone was just there, like professional athletes.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw a picture of that.
I forget who it was now. Hold on.
By the way, free ad, real quick for Maria's. Great steak and cheese.
Best
Fucking
in Malden.
steak and cheese in Malden.
Best in
That's a
Malden,
fact.
for sure.
Anyways, Nazi's my guy. Maybe my first sets of cornhole boards.
Perfect.
I know this. He's one of these kids. He's like, Nazi's probably like 24, 25, maybe.
Really?
Maybe he's 23.
Fuck yeah.
Dude, he's like an old soul though. You know what I mean? You know, like a kid who's like,
Yeah, me.
yeah, he's like kind of like you, but like even like I used to be like, how old is this kid? Like 27? Like, because when you get old, you just lose. You
Yeah.
don't have any idea. Nazi's the man. He's the fucking best. Great, great fucking guy. Glad to have him on the fucking squad. Anyways, I asked the Patreon people what they want more of on the show.
Yep.
They said they like the open gym concepts. All right, like we're doing now, right? Which Andrew Fontana basically said it's all an open gym. Basically, this sometimes is a light sketch. They would like to see some specific guests back. Specifically, we specifically mentioned, I haven't even had a drink, it's a Gatorade Zero. Specifically mentioned with Jumptown and Fitzy, which we're going to make that happen soon.
Okay.
And also, they like the video content. Specifically, they were big fans of, somebody wrote, I want more Jumptown and more Josh the Ironworker's marital advice. Did you hear that joke he told on the...
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Dude, here's the best part with the joke. If you didn't hear the joke, I'll just say it now because it was I posted it on Instagram and on Facebook. Basically, Josh told the joke, and the joke is, how do you make your wife scream twice? He's like, you bang her in the ass and then you drag your dick across the drapes. So the way that story came out, and I think I can fucking tell it. A friend of his cousins was telling him they all met Larry Bird and they had a picture with him. And the kid was taking a piss next to Larry Bird in the bathroom. He's like, hey, Larry. He's from like Dorchester or something. He's like, hey, Larry. He's like, you get sick of people fucking bugging you all the time, man? Like, asking you for autographs? And Larry Bird's like, he's like, and Larry says to me, yeah, wouldn't you? And I go, no, I fucking love it. And he goes, he's walking out and I go, hey, Larry, you want to hear a joke? And he goes, nope. And he just walks out. He goes, you want to know what that joke was? Josh was like, yeah. And he goes, that was the joke. I go, that part of it's almost as funny as the fucking joke.
No shit.
Like, that he's going to tell it to Larry Bird. I go, and I guarantee Larry Bird would have loved that fucking joke.
Probably would have gotten season tickets.
Yeah, fucking ridiculous. Anyways, they want more video content.
Okay.
So we're gonna start tomorrow. I'm gonna post a bunch of little fucking snippets from our golf round tomorrow.
Can't wait.
I'm gonna take a bunch of video. Maybe we'll edit a little fucking video together. Because the people like seeing the extra stuff and the extra shit. So the thing is, it takes a while to like edit those little like reels I do. Like, I did the one with the Walmart one. That was fucking big. That actually got a lot of traction. It takes a while to fucking edit those things.
Yeah.
And you edit the show. So we'll have to talk about it. We're getting a little bit of a budget here with the Patreon people. We might have to hire some fucking guy
guru
in Pakistan or something like that who fucking does this shit for a living on Fiverr. But anyways, I love doing, to be honest with you, when I was doing the Doghouse one,
Yep.
I started doing video content. Like, I have a Longhorn Lounge video for this bar. It's got like 10,000 downloads on YouTube.
Fuck yeah.
I love doing the video shit.
Yep.
It's actually my favorite shit. Like, this is easy because we're just doing this.
Right.
That's my favorite shit. The problem is, shit takes a long time to fucking edit, dude.
There's
Like,
only 24 hours in a day.
No, exactly. You got a fucking job, you got kids. So I'm hoping summer,
Yep.
right? My load lightens up a little bit.
Yep.
We'll be able to do some more video content for everybody.
Perfect. We're gonna start tomorrow though.
Yeah. I was thinking about this too. In the so we gotta have to have a match, right? So what do you usually shoot? 100 to 105?
Somewhere around there.
105. All right. I shoot anywhere between 85 and like 90.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll keep track of it on our Instagram story.
Yep.
I'll give you 20 strokes. 18 strokes. A stroke a hole.
Yep.
Stroke a hole.
Okay.
And we'll play match play. So 1 up, 1 down, 2 down. You know what I mean? Like that type of thing.
Yep. You'll have to explain this more to me tomorrow.
So every hole we play on, you get a stroke.
Okay.
So you're starting at -1, and I'm starting at even.
Okay.
Every single hole.
Okay.
Right? And I'll give you 2 on the 2 hardest holes on the course. So you start at -2. And by the way,
I'm breaking out Lucille tomorrow. Full
listen,
house. Jeffrey's gonna break out.
I don't think I could beat you with these strokes. But
I only did this like match shit that you're telling me one other time.
Yeah.
And it was with Glenn at one end.
Yep.
My buddy Mike Hamlin and his father-in-law. And it was like they were betting, and I was like, dude, I am not good. I'm better now. That was fucking COVID year.
Yep.
I had no idea what was going on.
Yep.
He was like, well, it's all right. Worst case, the father, worst case, like, like $60. I'm like, whoa.
$60.
You know what I mean? Like,
That's a lot of money.
I'm like, I didn't fucking sign up for this.
Yeah. $60 to play.
Yeah.
So we'll do, I'll tell you what we'll do. I already owe you dinner at Mastro's. We'll do this. We'll do dinner before the next podcast we record at 6:21.
Perfect.
And whoever loses pays.
Perfect.
So you're gonna get 20. You're gonna get 20 strokes. I don't think I can win with that many strokes. But there's a possibility that I can shoot like 85 once in a while or 84. So we'll find out. And we'll keep track of our scores, and I'll update everybody as we go along tomorrow. That'll be fun.
Perfect.
So when you're sitting at work, hating your life, You can keep up with me and
Did you
Danny
see,
through a
did you
4
see
hour
what
period.
the weather's tomorrow's going to be?
Yeah, I think it's going to be hot as balls.
Really?
I think it's like 87 degrees.
Fuck yeah.
I don't mind that.
I don't care.
I'd rather have it be hot
Yeah.
than fucking cold.
So now we can tell the people the good news, right? That aren't on social media. Although I'm sure everyone is.
What's that?
Top 100, baby.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, so we're top. We got notified by this feed spot thing. We're top 100 New England podcasts,
Yep.
which apparently is not by like your listens or any of that stuff. Now, I got to say this because
Well,
I'm
dude,
not going to ruin anything.
Yeah.
We're like, I think we're like one or two of the only comedy podcasts.
That's what I was going to say. There is, hey, listen, if you guys are really diehard Patriots fans, the good news is
There's 1,000.
There's 1,000 Patriot podcasts.
So basically, out of the 77 ahead of us, 42 are Patriots podcasts.
Literally.
Like 6 are like sermons. Yeah. There's this one woman who's in like the top 10.
Yeah.
You can't hear her podcast. Like she's like, everything's like, here's what I'm going to do.
What's
I was
that
going
thing
to do
called? ASMR? Maybe it's one of those ones.
No, it's not.
It's
like
hear a
Susie
whisper.
the Homemaker or some shit. Emily with like, what is it? Anyways, what I'm gonna do is, but this was gonna take a long time. I didn't have time this weekend. In the next couple weeks, I'm gonna do one. It's gonna take a lot of prep. I'm gonna do one where I snippet a lot of a handful of the podcasts that are ahead of us,
Okay.
so that like it will just kind of analyze them
Perfect.
and we'll just rip their fucking asses.
Love it.
You know what I mean?
Love it.
Top 77.
Coming for next.
Yeah. So we're in the top 78.
It's like we were drafted during a Taco Bell commercial.
Dude, like, you know what the thing? I've said this a million times. It is true. Like, it is very hard to attract new people to a comedy podcast because I'll just explain it to you like I've said before, but like, I'll give you things that I'm interested in, right? Oh, this leads into something pretty funny, but let's say, for example, I was at one point, like, was wicked into like wood carving, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I listened to this wood carving podcast. The podcast sucks. It's fucking horrible. But they would talk about shit I was kind of interested in, right? If you have, in almost the more niche you're in, the better you're going to do.
Because
it's like,
specific.
it's something specific, right? So if you got, if you're doing fucking, like that's why one day, like what I want to start for a YouTube channel is like a garage bar YouTube channel because that will fucking crush. That'll smoke the world. But like, it's hard, even if this podcast is as good as we believe it is. I think it's fucking great.
Yeah.
Right? And there's ones I listen to that I think are great that aren't big. But it's like, you got to be specific. If this podcast was about fucking bourbon, and me and you are still me and you, still can interact the way we are, we'd be a fucking huge podcast. Because A, we're talking about something that people are wicked into, and B, we're funnier than all the other fucking bourbon dickheads.
Yeah.
Right? Getting people to just listen to a podcast and be like, hey, we are funny, it's hard. You know what I mean? But we're doing it.
We're here for a challenge.
We're fucking doing it. All
We're
right?
here for a challenge.
And we're not leaving. As they said in the fucking Bronx Tale, now you can't leave.
You can't
all right?
leave. You're
All
in.
right?
You're locked in.
And as fucking Leonardo DiCaprio said, I'm not leaving. I'm not fucking leaving. I'm not going.
Yeah.
All right. Did you see this thing that like a bunch of these people who've developed the high-end AI that's going around like ChatGPT have all signed this thing that like we got to stop developing it for 6 months because they think it could result in the end of humanity?
No, I didn't.
You have not seen this?
No, I know that, dude. I just listened to Biggie and Tupac sing 50 Cent's "Many Men."
Okay.
It's the most fucked up
right.
thing on earth.
So they're like basically saying like we got to slow this train down because there's no regulation for it.
But
Like,
there's been movies on this for years.
100%.
The hints were there.
yeah, like Matrix is like like they knew it was gonna happen.
Dude.
And I'm not Neo, so
Yeah.
I'm fucked, right? Although, you know what I always thought about the Matrix? If they just were like, if they woke me up and I'm in a pod in the middle of an alien fucking or a machine-driven life, and they're like, hey, you can go back to sleep into the fake world, I'd be like, yeah. Like, that world was fine.
Yeah.
This world is machines and there's like no plants.
All
like,
set.
Yeah, it's horrible. All right, so here's my thing about the AI stuff. So now all these guys who are like at the head of doing this, right, help develop this shit, are now trying to put the genie back in the bottle. And are like, we gotta fucking stop doing development for like 6 months, which their biggest concern, which I think is valid, is like that bad people get a hold of shit and do really bad shit with it, right?
I mean,
and
what
that
do they
could
think
spin
was
out of
going to
control.
happen? That happens. You could make a fucking flower grow.
Yeah.
And some asshole's going to be like, how do I destroy this flower?
And here's the thing. It's like, what's wrong with the world the way it is now? Right? It's like,
Well, there's a lot.
well, there's a lot wrong with it. But what I'm saying is like, okay, I don't really need to, like, I pumped into ChatGPT the other day because I've been fucking around with it, right? I pumped in, write me a song about John Prine in the, like, in his style of songwriting. Pump me out a fucking song. I picked up my guitar, sang it. You would never know that I didn't write it. You'd be like, a little corny, but like you'd be like, oh, that's a folk song. You know what I mean? And some fucking computer just shit it out of its fucking digital ass, right? So here's my comparison, okay, of what this is like. All right, these guys, these like 28 fucking dickheads that have been developing this shit. Now they're like Johnny on the spot to fucking stop it, right?
Couldn't just stop at BattleBots.
The
They had
guys
to do
who
this shit.
the guys who developed this AI and now want to stop it, they're like when you got 9 guys in a house and you order a fucking stripper, right? A house stripper. And you're like, this is a good idea, right? Let's see how far we can take this with this house stripper, right?
Yep.
And then all of a sudden the house stripper gets there, she's got a bag of blow, right? And she can do anything she wants now. She can steal your fucking life, she can ruin your life, she could fucking go in, call your wife, she can do anything, right? Now the stripper's wild, she's alive, you can't fucking stop her.
She's
right?
AI.
She could get killed, she's the AI.
Yeah.
The stripper and the house stripper is like an AI, right? They can do anything. They
Great
can ruin your life, right?
comparison.
It all started out with fun ideas. It's like, let's see if we can get her to fucking take her G-string off and we can all throw fucking rings at her ass, right?
Yep.
And the next thing you know, she's like fucking stealing your social security card and she's opening up a new Target gift card, new Target fucking credit card with your fucking wife's name on it, right?
Love it. That's-
So taking pictures of you, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Strippers, house strippers and AI are basically the same thing.
Oh,
you
yeah.
don't know what they're going to do and they can ruin your life immediately.
That's a fucking A+. Listen,
100%.
that's an A+ comparison.
Yeah.
Well done.
And by the way,
That's
all of a
thought
sudden,
out.
you're like, like we've talked about this, I think, a little bit on the Patreon. By the way, join the Patreon.
Yeah.
It's like $5 a month, or you can spend $20 like a legend. We do an extra show afterwards where we usually talk about shit that we can't talk about on here, or even funnier shit. But anyways, when you get a house stripper to your house, it is one of those things where you're like, whoa, this person's in an environment that like my mom has been in a lot of times, and this is not. I've never had a house stripper at my own house. I've been at houses that they've had a house stripper.
Dude,
there.
it is the green line. I knew I wasn't fucking crazy.
There you go.
Hell yeah. God damn
You ever
it.
get a stripper on the green line?
Oh, God.
But that's what I'm saying. AI is basically a house stripper that you order there, and you don't know what they're gonna do. They might be very nice. They might fucking improve your life somehow. Probably not, because they're a stripper and they're at your house, and that's just a whole different thing. But like, it's basically like AI because we don't know what it's gonna do. It could fucking ruin all our lives.
I'm scared of it.
And you should be.
It's inevitable. I didn't even know how like deep this shit was until I follow this guy, and everyone should. You follow Sandwiches of History, that fucking creep, on Instagram?
What is it?
Sandwiches of History.
No.
Every fucking day, this buffoon, and he's actually a nice guy because I reached out to him to make the beef sandwich, but he got back to me. But every day he goes through cookbooks from like the 1800s and 1900s, and he makes them and reviews them. But the guy he's a weird looking fella.
Yeah.
But every Friday he does Sandwiches of Future History, and he goes to chat, whatever the fuck it is, and they make him a sandwich, and it's the most preposterous things on earth. And he sits there and fucking reviews it, and then he pluses it up. The guy's he's a whack job.
Yeah.
When you see him, like, one eye's over here, the other one's looking in the driveway. Like, he's just a weird looking fella. Zillion followers. Like,
Oh, I bet. Yeah.
But every Friday he does that, or he does like International Sandwich Sunday. He
Yeah.
doesn't eat anything else. It's fucking bizarre.
Yeah.
You don't want cereal once in a while, you know? But that's how I found out about like how deep it was. I'm like, what the fuck is this chat? And then on Snapchat, you have your own thing now. I can't get rid of it.
Wait, you're on Chat GPT?
Yep.
I don't have Snapchat.
I know, but I can go to it right now, right? And it's at the top. My AI, and I can ask anything right now. What is a good topic?
What are the percentage of times does a house stripper ruin your life?
What is a good topic? And watch how quick this happens.
Okay. For a comedy podcast.
For a comedy podcast. Well, if she says comedy dickhead, I will lose it. What is a good topic for a comedy podcast? And you could do a podcast about funny news stories or have comedians come on and talk about their worst life experiences.
Well, that AI is an idiot. She didn't say house
you are
strippers?
an idiot. Yeah.
Speaking of people who aren't idiots, okay? J&L Energy. 781-428-3388. Save.jnl.com. You've been paying into your Mass Save 4 years, and you're getting nothing out of it. All right? National Grid, Eversource, Irish Battleships do free. Houses are usually 75% off. Any Corker that reaches out, you get an additional 10% off. All right? If it's a 100% covered home, You get a $100 gift card. You're making money on this. And then you can go to Lily P's and Bella's. Reach out for them. Therm Pros, 617-990-6755. That's thermpros.info@gmail.com. Therm Pros is a full construction company, A to Z, soup to nuts. Therm Pros can handle all your construction needs. They'll work around you in your house, even if you have a house stripper in there at the time. Additions, renovations, new homes, roofs, siding, all painting projects. Sean Collins, the legend, the man, the myth. All right? The man who fucking painted a house that set sail 1,000 battleships. All right? The war for his talent is well known on the streets. He's also a musician. He's one of the best painters in the business, but they do everything well. All projects, big and small, whatever you need, free estimates. Corkers get 10% off. Thanks.
Last, certainly not least, sorry, I was going to say this earlier. I was not prepared, but you know who it is. Our man, Anthony. AJM Plumbing and Heating was founded and created by Anthony Machichi, a graduate from the vocational high school. Anthony has been plumbing and heating in the field for over 10 years. He built AJM in the hopes of providing a 5-star VIP experience that every customer deserves at an affordable price. His goal is to educate the customer about their investment and never sell something they don't need. You want to know why? Because he's a good guy. Honesty, excellence, professionalism is the company motto, because if you provide all three of those, you will always have a happy customer. We already know Yelp can fuck right off, but
Right.
he's up to, I don't know.
Yelp don't help.
Yelp don't help. You know, hashtag Yelp don't help. Google reviews, he's up to, I don't know, a zillion right now. 5 stars all the way through. The guy's a beast, dude. And we already said it. We said it last year when he was our sponsor. It's summertime. Now is when you want to get your shit done. You don't want to wait until you get cracked pipes and then he's going to charge you an arm and a leg at 3 o'clock in the morning to come and fix it. Do it now. Use your tax money for him now.
That's right.
Do it. AJMplumbingheating.com. Sorry.
Oh, I have to say something that fucking makes me laugh so hard.
you got?
Which is like, you brought this up the other day. Somebody hacked your Instagram, right?
Yeah, fucking fraud.
So how'd you get it back?
Someone just reported it and they just cancel it out. You ever get like whenever someone sends you a video
Yeah.
and it kind of just says like story not available?
Yeah.
That's like what it is now. So like nothing happens to like my account, but my Facebook page and my like, I have my name in like Gaelic.
Yeah.
That was the Instagram name. So I was like, hey, just report that because it ain't me.
Oh, okay.
You
It
know what I
wasn't,
mean?
they weren't in your account.
One of the girls that I'm friends with on Facebook, but it wasn't on Instagram, she messaged me and she goes, I didn't realize we weren't friends on. So I looked at it and then because she saw me at the fishing derby.
Yep.
She was like, hey, that was good seeing you at the fishing derby. And the person responded with like, yeah, it was good seeing you and your mom too. And she was like, yeah, my mom wasn't there. So like she was fucking smart enough to do that. And I was like, oh, good, you know.
So this cracks me the fuck up. So like I said, on my Instagram, like basically I follow ton of musicians.
Yep.
Right? And I follow like a bunch of comedians and shit and comedy podcasts and stuff like that. And then I follow like a handful of like wood carving stuff because when I was getting into wood carving. So there's this, let me just, before I tell you what happened here, the demographic of a wood carving Instagram fan is probably 50-50, probably 70-30 men to women. General age group, 50 to 75.
Yeah.
Like these are people, these are
Retired.
country folks.
Yeah.
These are good church faring folks
Yeah.
who like to carve a duck decoy in Ohio. You know what I mean? They are good people. Sweet, sweet people. Somebody has hacked this wood carving, one of the biggest wood carving Instagrams, and they just put on booty videos, girls shaking their asses.
Dude, that happened to a couple
And
people
it
I know.
makes me laugh so fucking hard. Like, I just fucking die laughing.
Yeah.
I'm just like, but just imagining like Claire from Wisconsin logging in to check out like the latest wood carving news. And like she sees this fucking
sees
midget with a huge ass.
Big
just
booty
shaking
Judy.
It. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. It just cracks me up.
Did you see what happened to Wendy's? Dude, Wendy's got hacked for like 2 weeks and no one could figure out.
Are you serious?
Oh, it was the most hilarious thing ever. I think it got fixed now, but you could probably Google it. It's just some of the funniest content you'll ever see. But the best is like there was a time when like someone would message you and they'd say, hey, it was a fucking Ponzi scheme like you read about. I'm gonna send you fucking a picture. You hold it up with your like Instagram name, so it's your face, dude.
Yeah.
And it says, you know, just for argument's sake, at Brendan or her music, whatever. And it's your face, and you just say, hey, this person fucking just sent me $10,000 by using this code, blah, blah, blah. So you kind of have to scam your own self. And then once these people once you write your name and send
Yeah.
the picture to them, game's over.
Yeah.
Right? So it happened to 2 kids that I grew up with. And they're like, yeah, man, I got scammed. I go, that's not how it works, dude. You sent the fucking photo.
Yeah.
You're the idiot that sent it to these people that you've never met because you thought
Yeah.
they were going to send you $10,000 for what?
Yeah.
Morons.
No, dude.
You deserve everything that happens to you at that
100%.
point.
Back to the AI, though, think about it this way, right? Because think about this. Just let's start at the beginning of what this thing could possibly do, right? Let's say I'm a fucking hacker with AI.
Yeah.
And I'm like, collect everything Danny Gill has ever put on fucking on Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah.
Everything about every street he's grown up on, how old he is, when he was born, athletes that were popular at that time, right? And give me the most likely 1,000 passwords that he could be for his bank password.
Yeah.
Right? Chances are they might fucking get it,
Yeah.
especially if you don't have like an encrypted bank password, right? Like, and then it's like, oh, boom, bang. They just run it through a fucking thing.
Dump.
It opens up your account, dump. There's your fucking whatever. With me, it'd be like, the guy'd be like, fuck, now I'm in debt. But, dude, it's scary shit. You know what I mean?
One guy, and I haven't seen him in forever. Obviously not going to use his name. He was from around here, and the poor bastard. He was a massive Bills fan. Didn't grow up there. He grew up in Malden, but someone hacked his shit, and it's probably still going on. But like, you know how like Facebook stories, like they pop up right there.
Yeah.
He would always they would just refresh it. He would be always number 1, and it would just be same exact thing, just big booties bouncing everywhere, and then it would be like, hit this. It was all Bitcoin shit.
Yeah.
It was some Bitcoin
Yeah.
fucking scam. I'm talking for years. This
Yep.
happened.
Yep.
And I'm like, I haven't seen him forever, but I'm like, yeah, I don't think that's our guy anymore.
No, no. Dude, it's happened to one of my buddies, and I went to college with him, and he's an awesome dude. Like, we've crushed 1 million beers, gone on vacations together. And, like, whoever it is who hacked this just, like, puts a video every day of, like, a DJ.
Yep.
Like, some different house DJ.
Yep.
This kid probably hasn't ever seen a house DJ. It's
Right.
just hilarious to me. It's like whoever hacked his Instagram just loves, like, trap music or whatever.
They probably, I don't know what their intention is, but they're thinking that they hacked this poor soul's fucking Instagram. They're going to gain 100 followers or whatever. It's like, it's not how it works, dude.
Yeah, I know. I told you that thing last year. This like fucking dude's like hacked into my email for work, and like fucking my biggest client, like they owed me a lot of money, and like we don't get paid. Like I only get paid like we don't do transactions every week, right?
Yep.
It's like they're big deals,
Yep.
and they like had set up they somehow got into my email, and they set it up so that every time they sent an email to my client as me,
They would get it?
disappear.
Oh, shit.
So I couldn't see that it had been sent. And they were like, wire us the money. And I only found it because they responded so quickly one time that I saw it. And it got caught in my sent items. I fucking bugged the fuck out, dude. I was like, oh
Yeah,
my
it's scary
God.
shit, dude.
Like, dude, my client was like, I called them like, oh, we don't wire money. I'm like, thank God. I'm like, it was because then, dude, if that money's gone, you can't get that fucking money back.
No.
They're not getting the money back. Technically, I talked to a lawyer. Technically, they would still owe me the money.
Yep.
But like that would become a lawsuit because it's like, well, how do we know you didn't do it and
Right.
don't really have the money?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Anyways, fuck you fucks.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say. Scammers.
See you next Tuesdays.
Exactly. All right. You wanna do we'll move on to the Patreon?
Sure.
Anything else?
I just hope you had a
I
great.
think we can do next Sunday.
Oh, are you gonna be back?
I'll be back.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm gonna be hungover, but
that's all right.
nothing a couple of beers can't fix.
Yeah, Sunday night I'm in.
All right, and then move on to the Patreon. If you're not already a member,
Sign up, baby.
welcome to join. They offer like now you can do like 7-day free trials for people if they want to try it out. You know what I said to that? Fuck off. You know what? Because we got real corkers over there
Absolutely.
who paying their hard-earned money for this premium ass content.
Damn right.
That we're gonna give them. By the way, it has been a while since we have a guest.
Yep.
It has been a while since we've had any like pre-recorded content. Josh the Ironworker was the last guest, right? It was like 10 shows ago or something.
Yeah.
I got some big plans. Politics is coming back. I got a lot of shit.
We also, it hasn't happened yet, but we've talked about guests that we're having on here.
Yeah.
That's happening.
Well-
guests are happening.
Yeah, and here's the other thing. Remember this. This is like the worst time of year for me because my kids play spring sports.
Yep.
So it's like every night, usually 2 out of 3 nights, I'm out till 8 o'clock. And then by the time I get home, I'm fucking gassed from working all day and going to their games and shit.
Yep.
Then, by the way, then you're making dinner at like 8. So there hasn't been a lot of extra time for tomfoolery around here. But I'll tell you right now,
Love tomfoolery.
it's fucking coming back.
Hell
all right,
yeah.
I got some big fucking plans. My nephew said to me this weekend, or like a couple weekends ago, he's like, one of the political ads coming back. And I'm like, I have had a plan on the political ads.
Well, it's political season now.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
Get
At
away
least-
from
at
the right
least-
time.
At least locally.
Yeah. All right. Well, we move over to the Patreon. We love you.
Peace.
Bye.